Kelechi suddenly felt heavy. Her lips tingled. She touched her mouth and frowned. Why does my mouth feel tight? She laughed nervously and started walking home. But with every step, her lips felt thicker. And behind her, on the empty road, the gods of the land had noticed what she had done. Kelechi reached home, still chewing the last taste of the food in her mind. The strange feeling in her mouth refused to leave. It was not pain. It was more like her lips were stretching gently, as if someone was pulling them from inside. She stood in front of the small mirror in her room and smiled. Everything looked normal. C'est fier, she laughed. I was just hungry. She poured water into a cup and drank. The water felt warm as it passed her throat, but she ignored it. Hunger had taught her to ignore many things. By afternoon, she was in the compound, cracking groundnuts and chatting with neighbors. She laughed loudly, but something was wrong with her voice. The words came out slower, heavier. Why are you talking like that? One girl asked. Kelechi waved her hand. It is nothing. But when she laughed again, her lips pulled wider than usual. Someone stared. Someone else looked away. Kelechi touched her mouth. It felt different. She rushed inside and faced the mirror again. Her smile froze. Her mouth was slightly bigger than before. Just a little, but enough for her to notice. Her lips looked stretched, longer than they were in the morning. Her heart started beating fast. No, she whispered. This is not possible. She tried to close her mouth tightly. It closed, but not fully. She forced a smile. It looked strange. Fear crawled into her chest. She tried to shout for her mother. Mama. The word came out unclear. Her tongue felt heavy. Her lips refused to shape the sound properly. Kelechi slapped her mouth lightly. Stop it, she said. But her voice sounded wrong, like it was coming from far away. By evening, the stretching feeling returned, stronger. Her jaw ached. Saliva gathered at the corner of her mouth. When Mama Kelechi called her for food, Kelechi rushed out, relieved. She ate quickly, hoping food would make everything normal again. It didn't. Instead, her mouth stretched just a little more. That night, Kelechi lay awake, afraid to sleep. She held her lips together with her hands, as if that could stop whatever was happening. Kelechi woke up with a scream trapped inside her throat. She jumped up from her mat and rushed to the mirror without washing her face. Her hands were shaking before she even looked. When she finally did, her knees went weak. Her mouth was no longer just big, it was long. Her lips stretched downward, wider than her face. Her jaw looked pulled forward, as if something invisible had grabbed it during the night. No matter how hard she tried, she could not close her mouth properly. Kelechi tried to shout, "Ah!" Only a strange sound came out. Her tongue moved, but her words refused to form. Drool slipped from the corner of her mouth. She covered it quickly, her eyes filling with tears. She ran outside. Mama Kelechi saw her and screamed, "Jesus!" Neighbors rushed in. One woman dropped her bucket. Another ran away with her child. People stared like they were seeing a spirit. Kelechi tried to explain, pointing at her mouth, shaking her head wildly. Nothing, no words. Her mother grabbed her face, turned it from side to side, then fell to the ground crying. What kind of sickness is this? Kelechi wanted to say, I don't know. She wanted to say, help me, but her mouth betrayed her. Children gathered at a distance whispering, is she cursed? Did she steal something? Kelechi's heart pounded. She remembered the food on the road, the silence, the cracked plates. Fear swallowed her whole.